High School Symphonic wins. Our first selection this evening is entitled Dashing Through the Snow, based on Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells was written by James L. Pierpont and originally entitled The One-Horse Open Sleigh when it was published in 1857. This dazzling opener begins with fanfare and pageantry as the band takes you dashing through the snow. Throughout this journey, we hear glimpses of other popular carols, such as Joy to the World, O Christmas Tree, and Good King Wenceslas. Listen closely and enjoy the ride as we all dash through the snow. It is with great excitement that I introduce for the first time in this 2015-2016 school year, Mr. Joshua A. Martinez and the United South High School Symphonic Winds.
Good evening. My name is Pedro Guzman, and I play tenor trombone as the member of United South High School Symphonic Winds. Our next selection this evening is entitled Release the Hounds by Daniel Montoya Jr. The composer gains his inspiration for this work from the television show The Simpsons, specifically Season 1, Episode 16, entitled Mr. Burns' Heir. In this episode, Mr. Burns, a rich and manipulative man, is looking for an heir to his estate via an audition. So Bart System decides he wants to be that heir and decides to audition. Bart leaves his family to home and earn that position. But his father, Homer Simpson, goes to that estate to argue with Mr. Burns for his son back. Mr. Burns instructs Homer to leave the estate immediately, and Homer tells, "Or what? You'll release the dogs? Well, go ahead. Do your worst." Immediately following, Mr. Burns pushes a red button that says, "The Hounds," releasing them on Homer. This piece portrays the excitement and the chase as the hounds chase Homer from the estate. We hope you enjoy Release the Hounds.
Good evening. My name is David Hernandez and I am a percussionist in the United South High School Symphonic Winds. Our final selection this evening is entitled Minor Alterations No. 1, Christmas Through the Looking Glass by David Labrien. This composition opens with mysterious harmonies that gradually open to involve the entire ensemble and push us into the dark side of Christmas. Through the use of our looking glass, we see and hear such melodies like Deck the Halls, Jolly Old St. Nick, Santa Claus Coming to Town, and so many more. Many soloists will be showcased in this work tonight, so listen carefully and let's see how many carols you can count in our performance of David Labrien's Minor Alterations No. 1, Christmas Through the Looking Glass. Thank you.
Good evening. Before we play our last number, I just wanted to say a couple of things. First off, I want to recognize, looking at the program, the seniors get recognized on there. That's something, obviously, their dedication for 4 years. I wanted to recognize our freshmen, our sophomores, and our juniors as well in this group. So if you're a freshman, can you please stand up? Thank you. The sophomores, I want to recognize sophomores as well. Sophomores, please stand up. Thank you very much. And juniors, if you are a junior, please stand up. Way to go, juniors. And of course, last but not least, our seniors. Seniors, can you please stand? Now, the reason that I wanted to do this, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm going to bring up something that is very near and dear to my heart. This ensemble that's sitting before you, they are classified in UIL as a non-varsity group. Most non-varsity groups, they read literature that is that of, if I were to give you levels 1 through 5, 5 being the most difficult, 1 being the easiest, most non-varsity groups read at about 3. Some of them can push 4. This ensemble right here, we don't stick to 3s and 4s. We like to stick to 5s, which is the level of varsity ensembles. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And the main reason I want to bring it to your attention is because we're getting ready to go on a break. And when you saw the students standing up, if you caught it by chance, the first group that stood up was obviously the freshmen. They were our largest class. Sophomores, class got a little smaller. Juniors, smaller. Seniors, smaller. So what does that tell me as their director? Obviously that I like to refer to them as my little babies, the little ninth graders coming in. They're not used to this kind of level of literature. However, based off of what you just heard, I know they're ready for 5s. So next semester, this ensemble will be undertaking a very, very important and tough task. They will be taking on 2 level 5 pieces for their UIL performance. So that is something, again, that most varsity ensembles have to play.